attention, you wait. We hope it'll amuse. We just love to give you the news.
Now. Hey, boys and girls, moms and dads, viewers across the world. It's time once again for the Kidders. This is our special President's Day episode of the Kidders. And as usual, it's me and, of course, Tim Slagle from the lovely state of Indiana, where he is the Aristotle of comedy. Tim?
Hey, 50 Shades of Grey opened this weekend, knocking The Notebook out of the #1 slot of films guys enjoy less than root canal.
I did not see the movie. I don't plan on seeing it. I'm going to wait until they make it into a musical, which would of course be 50 Shades of Gay. And
I thought that was called Sex in the City.
Which is another one that guys would rather have a root canal than go and see. But yeah, and women are crazy about this movie. You try suggesting that to a woman. Hey, how about I tie you up and spank you? That's a hard sell. I'll tell you that right now. All right, we've got some strange people from around the world actually that have done weird things today. This first woman is very Tess Christian is her name. She is 50 years old, and for the last 40 years, by her own choice, she has not smiled or laughed. Why? She doesn't want wrinkles.
Well, it's too bad Vicky isn't around because I think she would make a marvelous nun.
She said that she got this strategy from Kim Kardashian, who also tries not to smile because it'll cause wrinkles. Now, this woman is divorced because apparently her husband, there's other things that'll cause wrinkles, and you cut that. Well, I just can't imagine being with a person like that who refused to laugh or even smile. Even when her child was born, she didn't laugh or smile. So that's very weird. But she has no wrinkles, so good for her. All right. Oh, excuse me. It's just Ebola. Don't worry about me. All right. Here's a couple of people who celebrated Valentine's Day, I guess, in a true spirit of love. In Minnesota, a couple of people, a woman named Sheldon, which is a boy's name. She's 52 years old, and a man named Arneson, which is a dog's name, and he's 22 years old. And they were having sex in the neighbor's hot tub without the neighbor's permission.
Yeah, it was also about 20 degrees. So somebody needs to tell that woman. Yeah. Someone needs to. He was 22 and she was 52.
Right.
So someone needs to tell that woman it's about 30 degrees too cold and 30 years too young.
She's one of them cougars, right? Is she going after younger men? I think that's what they call them. Yeah, the cougars.
Well, so, actually, I think this case would probably be a sea lion.
Which takes us to Chula Vista, California, where these two people, allegedly they were on the trolley at this shopping area, and they met on the trolley, and they got off the trolley and just started having sex in front of one of the stores. And they just met not too long before, 15 minutes, and they were stripped naked and having sex in front of this woman's store, where the one woman complained, "Hey, girls, come here to shop for prom." And they're going, "Oh, I want what she's not wearing." But
ding, ding, ding goes the trolley, huh?
Yeah. Have you
there they were right in front of the strip mall. Talk about taking something literally, huh?
I actually saw that one time. I was working up in, what was it called? Swanee's, I think, in Seattle, Washington, in Comedy Club. And afterwards, everybody hangs out at this, I think it's Pioneer Square. And it's just like a big collection of people just walking around and drinking. And there was this homeless lady and this homeless guy, and they started having homeless sex right on the park bench in front of everybody. And then eventually the woman just pushed this guy off. Like, get off of me! And he's laying there on the ground now with his wiener out, and there's got to be 200 people around him. That's just a little bit from my past.
Well, yeah, I'm sure he picked her up at a bar and said, "You want to come over to my place?"
Third dumpster on the left. All right, at Yale University up there in New Hampshire, they were going to have a global warming summit, but they had to call it off because it was too cold. So they couldn't have a global warming. They were protesting the use of the university using fossil fuels, but they figured, screw it, crank up the heat.
What a bunch of wimps, huh? You think people that like to protest would probably be in favor of global warming because global warming encourages protests.
Well, yeah, exactly. Exactly. They should still be, protest. What do we want? Mittens. When do we want them? Oh, goodness. Oh, we have one more story in this action-packed episode. And this is really sad. In Enola, Pennsylvania, the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile got into a wreck. And you hate to see that happen to a Wienermobile, but he slammed into a phone pole with the guy that was driving the Wienermobile. What do you make of this?
Well, this isn't the first time the Wienermobile has been in an accident. I mean, if you Google Wienermobile crashes, you're going to come up with a lot of them. And I think this goes to show is you don't trust a guy giving a guy a 22-foot wiener.
and how do you call in this accident? Yeah, I just slammed the Wienermobile into the pole. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, the whole thing's not ruined, just the tip. But you're gonna need to put something on it.
It was a telephone pole, right?
It was a telephone pole, yes.
Not a Polish guy.
No, or Polish woman who would have been in for the surprise of her life. Anyhow, it is President's Day. Of all the presidents we've ever had, Tim, who's your favorite?
Benjamin Franklin.
And why would that be?
Because he wasn't a president?
Yeah, but he's still on currency, and he's on the 100. He's on the 100, and I would think that's that's like a bigger. That's like it's more important to have your number retired than to get into the Hall of Fame. Because,
well, actually, I like to think that money is kind of like our currency is kind of like presidential trading cards. And the more rare the trading card, the more valuable it is. It's like, like everyone's got a Washington. There's a Washington in every single pack, so nobody really cares about that. But the Franklin, no, he wasn't even president. That's why they printed the card first. And then he wasn't president. That one's exceedingly rare, so it's worth the most.
See, my favorite president has always been William Henry Harrison. He was elected in 1841 and died 30 days after he took office. He didn't screw anything up. Nothing went wrong on his watch. He had the common decency to get in, get out, get on with your life. William Henry. Well, I'm sure all of you have a favorite president, so think about that on this President's Day. Next week, if you're at all interested, we will be doing the Kidders, but we're not sure of the time because I'm going to be in a different hemisphere and we have to coordinate it. But please watch your mailbox and join us, won't you? Oh wait, say goodbye, Tim. I have to cue up the music.
Okay, it's see you next week in Australia.
Okay. Oh, now you told them where we were. I was going to make it a special surprise. Okay. Bye-bye.
Well, I guess, it probably will be a special surprise still.
Good night, Gracie. Oh, I pressed